And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
When Kennedy started this whole movement and made the statement, what can I do for my country? That is something that was very, very special for me.
We thought it was time to do something different, to move on a little bit from where we had been before, even though we had rewarding professional careers. Our children are grown, so we no longer had that responsibility.
We have so much knowledge and so much experience with all sorts of different areas, and we can bring those to these people, to these communities who have been lacking that sort of knowledge and experiences for so long. They've been isolated.
What is this? I know that age and experience, knocks down so many barriers in most places in the world. Certainly here, in the Middle East. Who is that? That gives me so much credibility in this community.
They prepare you so well in 3 months in country for the entire culture you're going to be in, the languages, what to expect. You're just so equipped that by the time you get into this society, if you're halfway flexible, you're in.
It's necessary for us to live with them in order to find out about the Ugandan culture, Ugandan traditions, ways of lives, and how to get around here.
Some people will say that. Squat toilet? I don't think so. But if you know that that's part of the life in Thailand, you say, okay, I can probably adjust to that. There's a real difference in being a tourist and being a traveler. Peace Corps is not luxurious, but it's possible, it's doable. You say, yeah, I can do that. It's part of the good feeling that you get from the experience that you've adjusted.
I came in as a technical sort of guy. I have a background in teaching and technologies. They needed some help with computers. They needed help in getting their infrastructure, electricals worked out. And so I was able to put a hand in that.
I never ever thought that I would like teaching. Thanks to Peace Corps, they've given me some skills. I feel comfortable, I feel very confident that once I have the content of the material, I can walk into any classroom and I can stand on my 2 feet and I can deliver a lesson and I can control the class, and those are things that I learned.
I'm a business facilitator. I try to help people either find grants, donors, loans, whatever it takes to get their project going. Everything from school roofs to an inventor fellow has come up with this wonderful farm machine that will reorganize this valley.
We are teaching HIV and AIDS, treatment issues, voluntary counseling and testing, and as much information as we can give people about the virus.
They are helping us a lot by a lot of things they are teaching us, and they are even trying to learn Zulu so that they'll be able to interact with our people who can't understand English.
My advice was, if you're in reasonably good health, do something positive and forget the golf game. You can always come back to that.
Can you show 2 fingers? To me, volunteerism is like the best gift anybody can give to him or herself. You learn a lot. You think you come in to help, but you're the one getting all the help. You get all the satisfaction. You help me cook tonight? Okay, so I'll help you.
I'm getting a lot more than I would have if I were in my 20s.
and I love the fact that I get this enrichment clause at this point in my life. How would you think that you're getting 2 of the most fun years of your life in your late 50s? You know, I didn't expect that.
I hope this spirit will grow, that hundreds of others of young Americans and older Americans will go overseas to show our best side, to show how much we desire to live at peace. There can be no greater service to our country and no source of pride more real than to be a member of the Peace Corps of the United States.